Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The bold and the beautiful recap for Friday, April 18, 2025 is finally here. In today's episode, Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, leaves the hospital against medical advice. However, it leads to Kelly Spencer's, Sophia Perez, wish coming true. Meanwhile, John Finn Finnegan, Tanner Novlan, tells Steffi Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline Missinswood, about Liam's inoperable brain tumor. At the hospital, Liam is getting restless. He wants to get out of there and take Kelly to the dance. Grace Buckingham, Cassandra Creech, explains they are waiting on new brain scans. Liam starts waving his arms around, claiming he has to pick up his daughter. The patient yells that they aren't stopping him. Grace and Bridget Forrester, Ashley Jones, plead with him not to rip the wires attached to him. At home, Finn knows Steffi has been dealing with so much. In addition, she's been by Liam's side and is keeping a big secret about his condition. Finn thinks Kelly will understand if her dad can't make it to the father/daughter dance. Steffi is hoping for a miracle. Kelly enters and shows off in her pretty dress. Finn has to go check on a special patient and leaves. At the hospital, Grace and Bridget burst into Finn's office. The doctors tell Finn that Liam left against medical advice. Finn says Liam is lucky to be alive but shouldn't be taking risks like this. That is when Finn learns that Liam has an inoperable mass in his brain. It's fatal. During the Bold and the Beautiful's Friday show, Kelly asks about her father. Steffi warns her that Liam might not be able to make it. Kelly gets upset and runs off. A while later, Kelly comes back and announces the dance is just about over. Suddenly, Liam enters wearing a beanie to hide the brain surgery. Kelly jumps into her daddy's arms. Liam says he couldn't forget about the dance. Kelly asks where he was. Liam doesn't answer and whips out a tiara just for her. Kelly says they missed the dance. Liam says they can have a dance of their own right here. There's a disco ball and Steffi takes pictures as the living room turns into a sparkly arena. A bit later, Liam almost collapses. Steffi tries to step in but Liam wants to continue. Liam sees 2 missed calls from Finn but continues dancing with Kelly. There are a few more near collapses, but he continues on. Suddenly, Steffi gets a text from her husband. Finn tells her that Liam left the hospital and he has an inoperable mass. Steffi is brought to tears as Liam promises to always be there for Kelly. At Eric Forrester's, John McCook, house, Rich Forrester, Thorsten Kaye, and Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, make out. They both get texts from Kelly. It's a photo of Kelly in her dress. Rich confesses he taught Kelly some groovy dance moves. Rich starts to remember his first daddy/daughter dance and smiles at the memory. Friday's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful was nothing short of explosive, with a high-octane mix of suspense, heartfelt moments, and emotional revelations. From Liam's daring escape to Finn's truth bomb and a surprisingly touching moment involving young Kelly, viewers were treated to a cascade of drama that left jaws on the floor and hearts racing. Liam's escape. A race against time. The episode picked up right where Thursday left off. Liam, trapped in the psychiatric wing of a remote facility, drugged, confused, and held under false pretenses, thanks to a mysterious order signed under Bill Spencer's name. The fluorescent lights flickered ominously above him as Liam slowly began to regain full consciousness. He was still groggy from the sedatives, but he knew one thing for sure: he couldn't stay here another minute. Flashbacks of hazy conversations with a shadowy nurse named Monica haunted him. "You were never supposed to wake up this soon," she had whispered the night before. Liam's instincts were firing on all cylinders. Something was terribly wrong. Outside the room, Remy, an orderly with a conscience, paced nervously. Viewers had sensed Remy's hesitation all week. Friday, he finally made his move. He slipped into Liam's room with a tray of food and whispered, "I know who you are. And I don't think you belong here." Liam, blinking in confusion, rasped, I need to call my daughter. I need Steffi. Remy quickly shushed him, revealing he had accessed Liam's medical records and had a growing suspicion that someone forged the commitment documents. They're fake. Someone wants you out of the picture. A plan quickly formed. Remy handed Liam a security badge and instructed him to wait for the 2:15 staff shift change, his only window of escape. At exactly 2:17 p.m., Liam, still woozy but determined, slipped out of his room disguised in scrubs. Narrowly avoiding detection, he moved down the back hallway and ducked into the laundry chute. The final moments of the escape sequence were shot like a thriller. Liam plummeted into the laundry bins in the basement and limped toward the back exit, barely making it to Remy's car. As they drove off, sirens wailed behind them. Finn's bombshell. The truth comes out. While Liam was fighting for freedom across town, Finn was wrestling with the weight of an impossible truth. Steffi, who had spent the morning in meetings at Forrester Creations, was growing increasingly impatient. Where is he? She muttered, pacing. He said he'd be here an hour ago. When Finn finally arrived, his face was drawn and his shoulders sagged. He looked like a man carrying the world on his back. Steffi's relief at seeing him quickly turned into concern. Finn, what is it? What's wrong? He sat her down in the design office and closed the door. I need to tell you something about Liam. Finn began slowly, each word measured. Something I've kept from you, and from everyone, and I need you to hear me out before you react. Steffi's brow furrowed. You're scaring me. Finn took a deep breath. When Liam came to me a few weeks ago claiming something happened to him, something traumatic, I didn't believe him. I thought it was paranoia, that maybe the stress had gotten to him. But I found something. A report. A falsified medical document with my signature forged on it. Steffi froze. It said Liam was a danger to himself. It claimed he had a psychotic break and needed to be institutionalized immediately. But I never wrote that. I never signed it. And someone used my name to have him locked away. Steffi's hands flew to her mouth. Oh my God. Finn continued. I've traced it back to a company that does off-the-books psych facility placements. Someone paid them a lot of money. I don't know who yet, but they used my medical ID to authorize it. Steffi jumped to her feet. You're saying Liam's been locked up? Against his will? You didn't say anything? I only found out the full extent this morning, Finn replied desperately. And I was coming to tell you right away. Steffi's face was a mixture of rage, confusion, and heartbreak. We thought he was spiraling. I've been telling Kelly her dad needed time. He was missing, Finn. I know, he said quietly. And I'll never forgive myself for doubting him. But now we have to act fast. Whoever did this is dangerous, and they're close. Kelly's wish granted, a father returns. As Steffi and Finn prepared to go public with the forged medical documents, over at the Cliff House, a heartwarming moment was playing out. Rich had stopped by to check on Kelly, who had been having nightmares about her father being gone. In a poignant scene, Kelly sat on the floor, clutching a framed photo of Liam. I just want Daddy to come home, she whispered, tears brimming in her eyes. Even if he's mad, or sad, or busy, I just want him back. Ridge hugged her, visibly moved. Your daddy loves you more than anything, sweetheart. And he's doing everything he can to come back to you. Just then, the door burst open. Steffi's voice rang out from behind. Kelly, and there he was. Liam. Dirty. Bruised. Breathless. But alive. The moment froze in time. Kelly dropped the picture frame and screamed, Daddy. She ran across the room and threw herself into Liam's arms. He caught her and held her tight, the world around them disappearing. Steffi, stunned, walked over and touched Liam's face. You're really here. Oh my God, who did this to you? Liam, eyes full of emotion, met her gaze. I don't know, but they wanted me gone, and they almost succeeded. Ridge, fists clenched, looked ready to call in the cavalry. We'll find them. We'll make them pay. But for a moment, the chaos faded. Liam was back, Kelly had her father again, and for the first time in weeks, the family felt whole, if only briefly. Back at Forrester, the fallout begins. News traveled fast at Forrester Creations. Hope, learning of Liam's return from Ridge, rushed to the Cliff house. She arrived just in time to find him telling Steffi everything about the drugs, the isolation, the haunting silence in that facility. Hope's eyes welled with tears. "Why didn't anyone believe you?" "I barely believed myself," Liam replied. "Everything felt like a dream, but the nightmares were real." Hope knelt beside him. "We're going to fix this. We're going to find out who did this to you. You're not alone." Outside the room, Finn made a call. He had one last lead, a fingerprint left on. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Boldy and BAUTFUL UPDAT YouTube channel for more update news.